Oh, he did it again. Okay, he got me good, guys. Hello there, Energy Arts family. How are you?
Hey there, guys. Hope everybody is doing well. So, we have two messages from the guides that we are going to play for you after we go through some news. So, we want to give you like an update on some of the stuff that's going on out there. And we want to, again, thank our Patreons. We couldn't do it without you guys. Also, we see there are those that are enjoying stuff from Medicinal foods, amazing products. These are all healthy for you, good tasting, things you could add to your shakes like the cacao elixir, the smart green living greens. Greens are great for you. And there's different mushroom ones as well, which could be immune system boosting. We all got to boost our immune system and detox on a regular basis. Just look at the skies, if you know what I mean. Take a deep breath. Ooh, what is up there? Ooh, that smell, right?
Yep.
What is wafting down in the skies, and why are there so many military airplanes in the sky at this moment? That's another big question.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty curious. I haven't gotten to find the scoop on that one yet.
Well, that's because she's been like nose deep in Vedic astrology charts, and it was a busy day. So she hasn't been paying attention, but I have. And this is the Sky Kings. Who is the Sky Kings? Well, this is basically information service. It's all about what's happening with military flights. And so everything you see here, this is United States Air Force, and it is a crazy busy day. You look at all these. This is just in the last 3 hours. Tons compared to usual. And then when we look over here and we see what's in the air, now these are all military flights. All the passenger flights are siphoned out of this. These are all military flights going on. And to me, it looks like there's as many in Texas right now as there is in the rest of the country. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like quite a lot. It's kind of plastered all over Texas there.
Yeah, so you could click on any of them, like, this one right over here. It's a Lockheed C-130 Hercules. You could see what each one is. This is a Boeing E-6B. Again, all these belong to the military. A lot of activity over the skies of Texas. And is it just because, Texas is kind of in the middle of the country, or is there something else going on? This is a biggie up here. And this is McDonnell Douglas C-17A Globemaster 3. So lots of activity in the skies over the U.S. right now. And people that watch this, I know there's quite a few channels out there, Monkey Works, that keeps an eye on this. There's a lot of buzz saying what's going on right now. And of course, obviously, we've had the whole Ukrainian-Russia thing going on.
Yeah, we got a lot of that stuff going on too. So, I mean, this will make your head spin. There's a lot.
And we see here Iran, Russia, and China kicking off joint military drills in the Indian Ocean among growing ties. Yeah. If you're talking about military confrontation with Russia, you're talking about military confrontation with Russia, China, and other countries as well. And we've been saying that since 2017. So this is not the only thing that's going on. Obviously, there's tons of military movement we've been reporting on. Equipment, hardware, personnel heading to the Ukraine from the NATO countries. And then, of course, a buildup in Russia and in Belarus. And basically, Russia, yesterday we were talking about how they have announced that they're doing naval drills everywhere. Everywhere that they usually could possibly do a drill, they're doing them all at the same time. So that's a little interesting for sure. And we see Texas judge blocks number 46's date for men for federal employees nationwide. Simon says, right?
Yep.
This is what we've been saying. It's Simon says, and then Simon says no, and Simon says stop, and Simon says go.
And they're like, oh, sorry, you already did. Never mind.
Yeah. Yeah, right? And it's curious to watch this. So after the Supreme Court last week rejected number 46's administration's attempt to force corporations, they had upheld a different, mandate regarding federal. And then here we see there's an injunction for federal workers now, the federal court in Texas. Texas is, again, center point in many different ways, as we've talked about. Well, obviously, I don't want to use the word resistance, but I don't know how else you could word it. But there's been definitely, if you look to DeSantis and you look to Abbott's tweets, they're always making references to the free state of Florida and the free state of Texas. And we were just talking to a beloved family member. Hi, Mary.
Hi, Mary.
And saying about dates and stuff, and talking about the infamous 2025. And then we got 2024 with the second eclipse coming in April of 2024 after the first one in August of 2017. And they happened to just join right over the New Madrid. All the events in Tonga and the earth changes and stuff going on. It's pretty wild and crazy, but I do feel that this country, the USA, if I was a betting man, I would definitely lay money that the breakup, secession, however it's going to manifest as, will be well underway then, well underway by 2025. And again, when you look to the Pluto return, actually February is a huge month as far as the Pluto return, and that's basically another astrological signpost that there are major changes coming to the US of A. And when Pluto does its return, which it's been since 1776 in the founding of the country, things get completely remade in usually different ways than originally. Of course, we don't have the system we were intended to have, that's for sure.
Right. It's about huge transformation of energies and a transition into something completely new.
So the U.S. State Department's reportedly mulling a plan to evacuate diplomats' family members from the Ukraine as a precaution. At the same time, Russia's embassy in Washington, D.C. has been calling on the West to end the hysteria, assuring there are no plans to invade Ukraine. Earlier this week, it issued a message on Twitter saying, "We stress once again, Russia is not going to attack anyone, and the practice of moving troops on our own soil is a sovereign right." And we were talking about, just it's crazy how you could get whiplash following the politicians on this, in this planet. But yesterday we were talking about how Russia wanted things in writing, and the U.S. said there wasn't going to be things in writing. And now there was wording such that there might be things in writing. So, are they going to work it out? Are they just basically hyping up some loosh? Are they creating a banquet for some of their 4D friends? Or is this different this time? Well, time will tell.
Sure will.
And again, the guides themselves have said that, this is all in flux. We do have a say in everything. It might seem sometimes that we don't have a say, but our will can change things. We've seen this, right? England dropped all restrictions, and well,
sort of. They reversed the thing for the truck drivers.
Just the trucking thing, yeah, but they haven't dropped everything.
No, they haven't.
And Australia hasn't dropped everything. I'll be happy to see Australia say, "Hey, you know what? Let's just change all our mind on all this. Let's just, do whatever you want now."
Let's manifest it.
But if they say that, then there's already so many people that did what they perhaps didn't want to do. So are we at a certain threshold where, hey, okay, we hit a certain threshold. And, okay, now we can move on to a different phase. JP Morgan models war between Russia and Ukraine sees oil would soar to $150 a barrel and global growth crashing. So, how devastating would it be? Well, again, between Russia and Ukraine would be one thing. If it becomes Russia and NATO, that's something totally different.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, as we know, the insanity that we see upon the globe, anything's possible. This didn't seem to make sense. Dozens fear dead after an immense explosion rocks western Ghana. The blast flattened, they say, like 500 buildings. And they say it was just a truck carrying like explosives, like, a truck full of dynamite. Could it, 500 buildings? I wonder if it's 500 shacks or 500 concrete buildings. Any way you look at it, a tragedy over there. At least 57 injured, taken to the hospital, but more than 500 buildings destroyed. That makes me wonder, what blew up that wiped out 500 buildings? I think back to Oklahoma City, and when you're talking about the fertilizer and all that in the truck and the explosion there, 500 buildings? I start just wondering if there's different technologies, and they say it was caused by a motorcycle hitting a truck. Something just doesn't feel right.
No, definitely not.
But then I'm the suspicious type.
We both are.
And so we had, some sources are calling it 6.6 quake, others 6.3, like the USGS. This was in Japan, and it did cause a fire, reports of fire breaking out there. No tsunami, thankfully, and we have not heard of any deaths. So that is good. And then the Federal Reserve is taking the next 120 days to ask the public to give feedback over if you want to go towards a digital dollar. Digital dollar.
So they're really asking, or are they just making a statement?
Do you know Tonga had just switched to using, I think it was Bitcoin. I know it was using crypto. And then 2 days later, look what happened. I don't know. That's just weird how things work out.
Strange. Yep.
Maybe they're just acts of God or the gods.
Yes, I would definitely say that.
That would not be a benevolent God. That would not be the Devas. That would not be something like that.
No, absolutely not.
No. They're all about love and light. They're not about vengefulness and things like that. So, yeah, we'll see where this goes. We are getting closer. We know there's going to be a true great financial reset. Probably not in the far distant future either. And we had a U.S. Congressman, Henry Cuellar of Texas, a Democrat. He was served a warrant as part of a sweeping inquiry into international financial matters targeting Azerbaijan, among other national interests. Agents were seen outside his home in Laredo, Texas, Wednesday evening, loading bags, plastic bins, and a computer into a federal vehicle. So it's interesting. He's been a very vocal critic of the number 46 administration and its border policy, lambasting the president for the impotence of his words as opposed to taking action and stopping the flow of humans crossing the border illegally. It's another one of those things that makes you go, And by the way, the luck of the Irish, they're going to drop almost all their restrictions. It's time to have a Guinness on the city streets.
Hooray! Yay!
That sounds good to me, guys.
That sounds excellent. Let's go.
Oh, boy. This is bum news.
Oh, gosh. Ba-dum-bum.
China brings back the you-know-what swab. Yup. Yeah, just in time for the Winter Olympics. So, yeah, if you want to go and see an Olympic game, I hope that wasn't done somewhere else first there.
Yep.
You might be walking funny later. There's a video. Give you a few giggles.
Yep. That's a good one.
And Gil Bates is at it again after, checking out and seeing what other farmland deals he could acquire. He's warning of pandemics which could be far worse than the one we've just gone through. Oh, boy.
I know. That's just... it's just nauseating, really.
Yeah. And he doesn't rock the pink.
Not at all. It makes him look a little bit yellow.
Jaundice.
Yeah.
That could be... Yeah, we gotta be careful there with the white tea jail.
I know. Shoot.
And we lost Meatloaf. You guys remember Meatloaf? Paradise by the Dashboard Light and Bat Out of Hell and 2 out of 3 ain't bad, and I do anything for love, but I won't do that. So, yeah, the world lost Meatloaf, and he was supposedly, the rumors are he was sick with the plague upon the land. People have been wondering, was he or wasn't he, as far as you know what? And, I did see some tweets where he just said that we should listen to the authorities, although he was most definitely against the dates for men. He did recommend listening to what the authorities recommended.
I see.
And Louis Anderson lost his battle with cancer. He was 68. And, another one, there's been so many stars that have just gone in the last year. Pomegranate extract could unload powerful fountain of youth treatment for seniors. Yes, pomegranates. I love them. They make my cells tingle when we eat them.
Oh, they are so good. So good.
It is. So urolithin A is produced by gut bacteria after consuming foods rich in, I'm going to let her say that word.
Oh, no.
Elegantannins.
Elegantannins.
She's just good with the Icelandic and the Swedish, and yeah, she's really good at that.
Yes.
Again, nature provides cures for just about everything, and look to nature first, because Mother Nature doesn't have any other agendas.
No, she doesn't, and she just wants to help her children heal.
Absolutely. So speaking about that, I want to share this message from the guides. And there's a couple of messages that have come through. For one, it's really all about ascension. Everything is about ascension right now. This is everything. And people might not understand, well, what is ascension? Well, it means that we are, again, going upwards in the vibratory ladder. As Tesla said, if you want to think about the mysteries of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, vibration. Well, our vibratory frequency and rate is increasing. Our consciousness is expanding. Our pineal glands were made to be used, and they've been calcified by our lifestyle, by fluoride in the water, by so many other things that they've done in this matrix that we find ourselves in. And so they're not functioning properly. And besides the third eye aspect of the pineal gland, proper regulation and manufacturing of serotonin and melatonin, which is all about feeling good, happy, and a good, proper sleep cycle, which is disrupted in this world. And when I visited my mother for the last time, and she lived in a city, and I didn't sleep a lick. I don't know how anybody could sleep in a city, but that's me, because just nonstop cars, 2 a.m., somebody yelling out, hey, I ordered that pizza. Another person going by with, the rocking music, thumping the entire building at 2 a.m. Couldn't handle that. And every time we wake up in the middle of the night and stuff, and we switch into that fight or flight, we're turning off the production of these good chemicals which regulate our sleep patterns and keep us in a good mood. So important to have a good spiritual program, to have good regular exercise, and also sleep. Rest is so key. Our light bodies, because our physical body is only one layer to the body. It's just one layer. That's it. You see this? These are all different layers. We are much more than just the physical body. When we pass on from this 3D life, we shed that, but we still exist in all these other layers. And, so consciousness goes on. And we are building our Merkabas, our late bodies. We're going to open our third eye. This is all part of what's going on right now in these times. Of course, there are forces that, deny the existence of this, try to convince you it's all demons, all evil, yes, because you could escape their matrix. That's why. So again, think, but feel. It's so important to feel things. When you're feeling, you're putting your perception out into other layers of your body, and you're able to receive information that can bypass the left brain and give you a true resonance of what you're receiving. When you have a developed pineal gland that's perfectly functioning, you can't have, say, a politician promising things that they have no intention of fulfilling. You can't fall for it. You'll know, you'll feel, you'll see. In many cases, you will. You'll see their energy change. You'll see the aura change as far as its hue.
Right. And really it's mostly about learning how to do that, learning how to reach out and feel with your pineal gland and feel with your feelings and kind of navigate the world in that way. So that's where we're headed.
Absolutely. So, when you say listen to your gut, what you're really doing is you're switching your perception and expanding it in so many ways outward, so that you could process information that's not necessarily going to come just through the left side of your brain. So we will share this message from the mothers. And again, the mothers are our core group of guides that again include Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, Lakshmi, Aset, who's known as Isis, Anandamayi Ma, and we have Kuan Yin, and White Buffalo Calf Woman. So that rounds out this set of guides. There are others that come. Yeshua is often with them as well. And this is Cindy in trance.
The mothers always wish to come forward.
The mothers are always in my heart. Gladly.
We are here to guide you and support you and appreciate your energies. We are here to help guide humanity through this time of change and understanding or misunderstanding. Our energies are able to reach further into the hearts of humanity. For this, we are grateful, as we are the mother energy that is severely lacking in your 3D plane. We are able to come through more entities and express our ways, bring balance into your daily lives. So many beings are extremely busy in your world of chaos. They do not have time to devote to the divine feminine energies that bring balance. We are grateful that more and more are opening up to these energies to bring balance. This will assist in full activation of the energy body, light body, creating an access to other worlds and other dimensions to be explored through humanity. We enjoy assisting in this. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your support, all your love. It's so palpable. I could feel it whenever I need it. I just wish more will learn how to access you and your beautiful blessings that you bestow, that love, that unconditional love that comes pouring forth. We just wish that we could do our very best at bringing your message to the world.
Through your mantras, through your teachings, we are able to do our best at creating a vessel in which we can use to provide our love and understanding. We are interested very much in opening up new worlds and showing humans how to access these worlds, these dimensions. There is much to be explored on different levels of consciousness. This we can do to anyone who's willing to accept our blessings.
That is a beautiful blessing. Is there anything you would wish to give us message-wise with the global events that are happening, with the build-up towards what appears to be another global war and this plague that has been upon the earth?
During this time, it is very trying to the human heart. During this time, many are accessing their heart chakras and are learning about the blockages that occur while trying to access through the heart chakra. We are here to assist in removing these blocks. We wish to help activate these new levels of unity. The vibration that is sweeping across your planet now is assisting us in maintaining a element of channeled energy through various entities and the heart chakras, opening your upper chakras, the throat chakra, your crown chakra. These are the chakras that are going to assist you in your ascension and your new perceptive abilities as the issues across your planet become more and more difficult. Entities will need to learn to access these higher realms as they are going to try to create a perceived notion that we are unable to have our own freedom. By unlocking these top chakras, you will never be in a situation where you do not have freedom. Freedom will be abundant and able to be accessed at any time. We can assist in helping to open these chakras and remove blocks, we can assist in allowing you to exercise your divine feminine energy and balance your light body, bringing you much freedom. There are energies on your planet that will try to discourage you from exploring your natural born talents and your ability to create. These energies will make their way through the electronic devices that you utilize. These devices will be giving off a stronger energy that can be used to shut down the energy body. These devices must be limited as we go through this time of trial. We ask that you limit your usage with these so that your light body might be able to explore new dimensions and ascension can be underway.
Thank you for sharing that, Our Ladies. Is there anything else that you would share with us today?
Not at this time. We should release this channel.
So that was, again, the guides talking about the frequencies. And as we said, Tesla said, it's all about frequencies. It's all about, where you're vibrating at. And in some ways, we're going to have to make a decision between our technology and our freedom.
Mm-hmm. Right. That's that infamous separation of energies, and it is well on its way. Which side are we going to choose? Which side are you going to choose? It's time to make that decision because our DNA is opening up to different realms, different understandings, different perceptions. It's a very important time.
Absolutely. So we hope you guys got something from this, and make sure you are subscribed to both channels. We will talk more in depth about this on tomorrow's video. Again, there's simple things you could do to speed the process, and there's simple things you could do to keep the hindrance of the control matrix from knocking you off your own personal process.
Right.
And again, thank you guys for your support on Ko-Fi and Patreon. We couldn't do it without you. God bless and namaste.
Namaste.